Kyle Whittingham is one of the most respected and enduring figures in American college football, known for his no-nonsense approach, defensive mastery, and remarkable longevity. Whittingham spent over 2 decades building the University of Utah into a national powerhouse before making a monumental move to the University of Michigan in late 2025. Below is a comprehensive look at the life and career of the man who redefined Utah football and has now taken the reins of one of the sport's most storied programs. Current position. As of December 26, 2025, Kyle Whittingham is the head football coach at the University of Michigan. He signed a 5-year contract with the Wolverines worth approximately $8.2 million annually. This move followed a brief period where he stepped down from Utah, only to enter the transfer portal as a coaching free agent, eventually choosing to lead Michigan through a period of transition and rebuilding. Biographical details. Full name: Kyle David Whittingham. Born November 21, 1959. Birthplace: San Luis Obispo, California. Education: Brigham Young University BYU. Bachelor's degree in Educational Psychology 1982. Brigham Young University BYU. Master's degree in Professional Leadership 1986. Family: father Fred Whittingham, former NFL player and longtime coach. Wife: Jamie Daniels, married in 1983. Children: Tyler, Melissa, Alex, and Kylie. Playing career: Whittingham was a standout linebacker whose physicality and football IQ were evident from his early days at BYU. College career: BYU Cougars, 1978 to 1981. Played linebacker under legendary coach LaVale Edwards. Started his career as a running back in his first Holiday Bowl appearance before transitioning to linebacker for the subsequent 1981 honors. Named WAC Defensive Player of the Year and a first-team All-WAC selection. Holiday Bowl MVP, earned Defensive MVP honors in the 1981 Holiday Bowl. Hall of Fame, inducted into the Holiday Bowl Hall of Fame in 2009. Professional career: 1982 signed as an undrafted free agent with the Denver Broncos training camp. 1983 played for the Denver Gold of the USFL. 1984 played for the New Orleans Breakers of the USFL. 1987 played for the Calgary Stampeders CFL, and later joined the Los Angeles Rams as a replacement player during the NFL strike. Coaching career: Whittingham's coaching journey is defined by a slow, steady climb to the top, characterized by defensive excellence. Early coaching roles: 1985-1986, graduate assistant at BYU. 1987, defensive coordinator at the College of Eastern Utah. 1988 to 1993, various roles at Idaho State, including special teams coordinator and defensive coordinator. The Utah are 199-205. Whittingham joined the Utah staff in 1990 for under Ron McBride, initially coaching the defensive line alongside his father, Fred, defensive coordinator 1995 to 2004. Under both McBride and Urban Meyer, Whittingham developed the Sac Lake City identity. He was a key architect of the 2004 original BCS Buster team that went 12-0. Head coach 2005-2005. After Urban Meyer left for Florida, Whittingham was named head coach. He led Utah through to major conference transitions: Mountain West to Pac-12, and Pac-12 to Big 12. The Michigan move 2026 present. In December 2025, following the firing of Sharon Moore, Michigan targeted Whittingham as a stabilizing force. He accepted the role to bring his culture of discipline to Ann Arbor. Head coaching record: overall record 177-88, 668 winning percentage. Bowl record 11-6, ranks among the top active coaches for bowl wins. 10 win seasons: 2008, 2009, 2010, 2015, 2019, 2021, 2022, 2025. Winning seasons: 18 out of 21 seasons as a head coach. Accomplishments and honors: National Coaching Awards: Paul Bear Bryant Award, 2008. AFC Coach of the Year, 2008. Bobby Dodd Trophy, 2019. Conference Coaching Awards: Mountain West Coach of the Year, 2008. Pac-12 Coach of the Year, 2019, 2021. Championship Awards: as a coach, head coach. 2008 Mountain West Championship led Utah to a perfect 1-3-0 season and a Sugar Bowl victory over Alabama. 2021 Pac-12 Championship, Utah's first Pac-12 title, leading to a Rose Bowl appearance. 2020 to Pac-12 Championship, back-to-back titles after defeating USC. Pac-12 South Division titles 2015, 2018, 2019, 2021. As a player at BYU, Whittingham was part of multiple WEC championship teams at BYU 1978, 1979, 1980, 1981 during the height of the Cougars' dominance in the conference. Personal life. Kyle is a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. He is known for his intense personal fitness, often seen in the weight room or on his mountain bike. He has maintained a family-first culture at Utah, often referred to as family on. 3. He navigated the program through the tragic losses of players Ty Jordan and Aaron Lowe in 2020 and 2021, earning praise for his empathetic leadership. Philanthropy. Whittingham is deeply involved in the community, particularly in Utah. Elder Joseph B. Worthland Family Scholarship. He and Urban Meyer were the first donors to this endowed scholarship for football student-athletes. Ute Academy. He was instrumental in creating this resource center for student-athlete, personal and professional development. Rivalry for charity. A regular participant in this annual golf tournament with BYU, which benefits the National Kidney Foundation. Academic excellence. Under his tenure, Utah maintained a 93% graduation rate, one of the highest in power conferences. To understand why Kyle Whittingham is considered a coach's coach, one must look at the specific games that defined his career. These weren't just wins. They were cultural shifts that proved the non-power program could dismantle the elite of the sport through sheer physicality and preparation. The 2009 Sugar Bowl, the David vs. Goliath Masterclass. Utah 31, Alabama 17. January 2, 2009, New Orleans, LA. Entering the 2009 Sugar Bowl, the narrative was dismissive. Utah, ABC's Buster from the Mountain West, was a 9.5-point underdog against Nick Saban's Alabama Crimson Tide. Alabama featured a future Heisman winner Mark Ingram, and a defense that had dominated the SEC. The game breakdown. The Blitzkrieg. Whittingham's Ute stunned the world by jumping to a 21-0 lead in the first quarter. Quarterback Brian Johnson dismantled the Alabama secondary, while Whittingham's defense played with a speed Alabama hadn't seen in the SEC. The resilience. Alabama clawed back to 21-17 in the third quarter. In past years, a mid-major might have crumbled under the pressure of a blue blood comeback. Instead, Whittingham stayed aggressive. Utah responded with a 10-0 run to seal the game. The defensive statement. Whittingham's defense sacked Alabama QB John Parker Wilson 8 times. It remains one of the most physically dominant performances against a Nick Saban-led team in bowl history. The legacy. Utah finished 13-0 and ranked No. 2 in the AP poll. Whittingham famously lobbied for a share of the national championship, stating, "There is only one undefeated team in the United States, and it's these guys right here." The 2021 Pac-12 championship. Triumph through tragedy. Utah 38, Oregon 1-0. December 3, 2021, Las Vegas, NV. This victory is widely regarded as Whittingham's most emotional and impressive coaching feat within a 10-month span leading up to this season. The team lost to players Ty Jordan and Aaron Lowe to tragic shootings. The game breakdown. The physical identity. Utah had already beaten Oregon 38-7 2 weeks prior. Most experts expected Oregon to adjust and seek revenge. Instead, Whittingham doubled down on his bully ball philosophy. Devin Lloyd's brilliance. Star linebacker Devin Lloyd, the quintessential Whittingham player, recorded a pick six that set the tone early. The family on 3 era. The win secured Utah's first ever Pac-12 championship and their first Rose Bowl berth. Significance. This game proved that Utah didn't just belong in a Power 5 conference, they could rule it. It solidified Whittingham's status as the most successful coach in the state's history. The Whittingham Way coaching philosophy. Kyle Whittingham's success isn't built on flashy recruiting or high-flying gimmicks. It is built on 3 pillars. Development over stars. Utah rarely landed top 10 recruiting classes. Instead, Whittingham specialized in taking 3-star recruits and turning them into NFL starters. Under his watch, Utah became a pro factory, especially for defensive linemen and defensive backs. Special teams excellence. Whittingham, a former special teams coordinator, views the third phase as equal to offense and defense. Utah consistently boasted the nation's best punters and kickers, for example, Louis Sakota, Tom Hackett, Mitch Wisnowski. The Sac Lake City mentality. His teams are defined by a violent, disruptive pass rush. He coaches the defense to be uncomfortably physical for 60 minutes. 2025, the Michigan transition. The news of Whittingham taking the Michigan job in late 2025 sent shockwaves through the Big Ten. For Michigan, hiring Whittingham is a move back to Michigan man football toughness, a dominant run game, and elite defense. For Whittingham, it represents the final challenge of a legendary career, taking his proven blueprint to the biggest stage in the sport. Final career record at Utah. Kyle Whittingham's statistical legacy at the University of Utah is more than just a win-loss column. It is a timeline of a program's evolution from a mid-major underdog to a consistent national powerhouse. To deep dive into his record is to see the blueprint of how to build a program in the modern era, the foundations of the 177-88 record. Whittingham concluded his 21-season tenure as head coach with a .668 winning percentage, a figure that becomes more impressive when you consider the escalating difficulty of his schedule. He began in the Mountain West, where he achieved a perfect 13-0 season in 2008 and successfully navigated the transition into the Pac-12, 2011, and later the Big 12 2024. His ability to maintain a winning record in 18 of his 21 seasons as head coach speaks to a level of consistency rarely seen in college football. Notably, Whittingham surpassed the legendary Ike Armstrong 141 wins to become the winningest coach in Utah history. When you include his 11 seasons as an assistant coach, he was a part of 260 total victories for the Utes, contributing to over 40% of all the wins in the program's 132-year history. The double-digit standard, the true hallmark of the Whittingham era, was the 10-win season. He reached this elite milestone 8 times: 2008, 2009, 2010, 2015, 2019, 2021, 2022, and 2025. The early peak, from 2008 to 2010, Whittingham went 33-6, a stretch that forced the college football world to recognize Utah as a power program before they even had a power conference invite. The Pac-12 dominance. His back-to-back 10-win seasons in 2021 and 2022. Big game hunting record against the top 25. Whittingham earned a reputation as a giant killer. Throughout his career, he amassed 23 wins against AP top 25 opponents. His record is punctuated by signature victories over some of the most famous brands in the sport. Top 10 scalps. He secured wins over No. 4 Alabama 2009, No. 5 Stanford 2013, No. 8 UCLA 2014, No. 4 Oregon twice in 2021, and No. 4 USC 2022. Bowl game efficiency. His 11-6 bowl record was for a long time the highest winning percentage among active coaches, with at least 15 appearances. He didn't just get his teams to December, he had them prepared to win, often against teams with more blue-chip talent. The NFL pipeline as a metric of success. While not a scoreboard record, Whittingham's record of player development is his greatest pride. Under his watch, over 50 players were drafted into the NFL, including 14 first or second-round selections. He produced 35 All-Americans, with 10 of those being consensus or unanimous picks. This developmental record is why Michigan pursued him so aggressively in late 2025. They sought a coach who could turn 3-star grit into 5-star production. Final academic and discipline markers. Whittingham's record also includes a 93% graduation success rate (GSR), consistently ranking Utah in the top tier of all public universities. His tenure saw over 400 academic all-conference honors, proving that his toughness extended to the classroom. He leaves Utah not just with the most wins, but with a program that is fundamentally transformed in its identity, expectations, and national standing.